A couple of years ago, my business partner and I, we were really struggling. What we needed to do was win better clients. And we were wondering at one point whether we were going to make it as a business or not. The ability to harness new tools like social media, like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn was a real game changer for us. And I'm really looking forward to being here today because I get to share my story with you. I get to tell you about the ups and downs that we went through and exactly how we found out social media can be turned into sales eventually. Okay. So when I graduated, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a business owner because I really wanted to be about the work that we did and be proud about the clients that we served. It was about 3 years ago when we launched our Stryve Group website. And here it is. It's a nice website, but the problem was nobody cared. Nobody cares if you have a website. That's a funny thing that they don't teach you in business school. Nobody cares that you have business cards. Nobody cares that you have great marketing ideas and you can really, really help people in our case. Now, being a new company, we were relatively young as well. And it was really, really tough to win new business. We were up against two problems. The first problem was that we had credibility issues. Just because we went to business school and worked for big companies, still no one really knew us. And it was still a cluttered market space. There's a lot of other businesses offering marketing services, especially in Southern Ontario. So we had to cut through the clutter as well. Early on, what did bring us success was building relationships with people through face-to-face meetings and by calling them. And we learned early on that the people who knew us, they liked us, and they trusted us were the people that were most likely to do business with us. So what did we do exactly? We did a lot of cold calling. We called it smiling and dialing. I would cold call anybody. I cold called friends, colleagues, distant family, my ex-girlfriends, our mothers, our grandmothers, our ex-girlfriends, mothers and grandmothers, everyone. The thing was that we were building relationships, but this was a really time-consuming process. We were able to win some clients, and luckily, in our first year of operations, we were managing about 3 to 4 clients. And things were pretty good. We were keeping the lights on, our operations were up and running. Problem is, in our first year of operations too, 2 of those clients walked up to us and said, guys, we just don't have a budget for marketing anymore. And I sat back and said, okay, well that's interesting. What does that mean? Well, we can't pay our bills. All right, well that's really interesting too. 35% to 45% of our revenue just went out the door. And now we were back to thinking about how we were going to survive and how we were going to get our business up and running again. So we thought about it for a little while and we said, how can we get exposure for our company? I don't want to be in this situation where I'm just running down business all the time. So we thought, hey, maybe we should advertise on radio. So our options were maybe advertising on radio, television, using the newspaper or even magazines to get the word out about our company. But the problem with that was that this is expensive stuff, and we were hanging on by a thread. I mean, we didn't have a budget for advertising. So what we thought about was, also the other thing is that, you know what, just because you advertise doesn't mean that you build any credibility with anybody either. So there's challenges in advertising.